What's up guys, I'm Grunt and welcome to the very first episode of Learning the Maps. This is going to be a series where we go through each map in detail to help those newer players get their head around the map and maybe even help some of you more experienced players iron out some of the kinks with your map knowledge. Today's map will be Skyscraper in case you haven't already figured it out, so let's get started. So first we'll go over spawn locations. Skyscraper has 3 spawn locations, the first one being the helipad. So you're going to spawn on a helipad, hence the name, and then from here you have 3 options to get to the map. The first one is off to the right. It's probably one of the more safer ones, it's the one I usually take because of the spawn peaks that usually occur when you go up the middle. It gives you access to the entire west balcony and you can still take out that northwest camera. Most players will usually run straight up the middle, but I'd urge you not to do this when you're still learning the map, as there's quite a few spawn peaks and runouts that will catch you off guard if you don't know where to look. The final option, straight up the left, is by far the safest way to approach the map, but it also takes the longest, which is why I usually take one of the other options when I spawn at the helipad. The second spawn, tower, is one where I usually spawn even if the objective is on the other side of the map, because you have so many options to attack the map without even having to leave the spawn. So if you go down to the left here, you can get to the east balconies with very minimal resistance, as usually if a defender is going for a spawn peak, they'll go for the middle right there, instead of going out to the left. Going straight down the middle is probably the most dangerous option when you're just learning Skyscraper, as there's a few spawn peaks that will catch you off guard. The third way to approach the map from tower is straight off to the right, but keep an eye on that doorway right there, in case the defender is getting ready for a run out. What I like to do when I spawn at the tower is to go inside and go up the stairs. This gives you access to the entire north side of the second floor. As you can see a lot of the barricades and windows on the second floor, which could result in some very easy kills at the start of a round. The final spawn location is the ventilation units. Spawning here will give you access to the west balconies, as shown. When you reach the top here, just take it a little bit slow in case there is a defender waiting for you. You can also get to the southeast side of the map by going up these 2 walls. While taking this staircase will take you to the same place as if you went left from spawning at the tower. And this is just what going up those 2 walls would look like. So now let's get into the map layout section. This is the section where we're going to go through the interior, the balconies, the cameras, the hatches, and a few other places as well. We'll start with outside, and we're going to spawn over at the tower. So the first camera, straight down the middle from tower, as you exit that doorway, it's right on the left. The next camera is all the way over by the helipad spawn. Right there. And the final camera is above the ventilation spawn. So now we're going to head inside to the first floor. In these sections, if you look to the top left, you'll see the in-game name of the room. Underneath that in round brackets will be another name for that room, and in square brackets will be callouts within that room. We're going to be starting in the house lobby at the northeast. So this room is a very high traffic area if the bomb site is on this side of the map, as attackers will usually try and gain control of this so they can make their push into the objective. Our first interior camera is also in here, in the northwest corner. Moving into the bedroom now. There's a few objectives that are located in this room. There's not too much in this room, it's really just a big box with a bed in it. Moving into the connector, this room will connect the bathroom and the bedroom. It's a very high traffic area towards the end of the round if the objective is in these rooms. Moving into the bathroom, players will usually punch a few holes in that east wall there to try and deny entry into bedroom from the windows. It's also used to block off the lobby and deny some entry into the storage room. Moving around into storage now. It's a very high traffic area if attackers are trying to get into the bathroom or the lobby. Moving into pantry now, this room doesn't usually see too much action unless the objective is in kitchen or in geishas, maybe barbecue. Moving into the kitchen now, it's a very high traffic area if the attackers are trying to get into barbecue. There is also a few objectives located in this room. Moving into restaurant now, this is the biggest room in Skyscraper. It will give you access to the red stairs and to the pantry bar, or the pantry if you want to go through that door right there. You can also go over into the reception if you want to get into bamboo hallway. This part of the restaurant is very useful for both defenders and attackers if you're defending or attacking tea room, as the roof above you is breakable. This also houses our second interior camera by the toilet door. Moving into toilet now, this room not too much to see, but it is a good place to defend if you want to deny them access to this side of restaurant. This hallway connects restaurant, barbecue and the black stairs. It also gives you access to the east balcony. Moving into barbecue now, this room has a bunch of objectives and defenders will usually hide in the two corners near kitchen and the hallway. Be careful when defending this as the roof above you is breakable. So in restaurant there's a little bar area here. It's very useful for defenders. Moving over to bamboo hallway. Not too much to see here, this room just really connects the reception and the lobby connector. It can also give you access to the north balcony. The lobby connector connects bamboo hallway and the lobby. And now we're back into the house lobby. So moving up to the second floor now, this is where most teams will choose to defend their sites. So starting in the lobby, we're going to go up the yellow stairs. This gives us access to our third interior camera. It also gives us a slight view into exhibition, and it gives us entrance to the CEO. So moving into VIP now, this is a very important place for defenders to have control of, as if you lose this, the attacker's job becomes a lot easier. Lounge area now. If the attackers can gain control of this early in the round, it's basically over for the defenders, as once the attackers have control of this, it's very hard for the defenders to regain control. Moving into hologram now, this room houses all three objectives and is one of the more favoured sites. It also has our first hatch on Skyscraper. This hatch leads into bedroom and is very useful if you're attacking or defending the bedroom. Moving into exhibition now, this room sees a lot of action when the objective is in hologram, as that window allows you to see straight into the site. This also gives you access to the yellow stairs and a little bit of VIP. So now we're going to move over to the terrace. This room connects drum and lounge, and if the defenders are in here while the attackers are out to the north, it can be very easy for the defenders to pick off the attackers. Moving into drum room now. This room sees a lot of action, especially when the objective is on the top floor on the west side. It also gives you access to reception. And I didn't show it, but it also gives you access to restaurant and a slight bit of barbecue if you go prone there. Moving up into the hallway. This houses our final interior camera. It gives us access to the top of red stairs, which leads down into restaurant. It also gives us access to geisha, tea room, karaoke, and the black stairs. Moving into geisha now. By far one of the most important rooms to have control of if you're defending tea room and karaoke, and it's also very useful to have control of if you're defending the kitchen below. It also has our final hatch on Skyscraper, which goes straight into kitchen. Moving over to tea room now. This room is by far the most popular site, so expect to see this a lot when you're playing on Skyscraper. You can hide in the back here at the end of the round if things start to go south. It also gives you access to the balconies and the north side of the hallway. So we'll go into karaoke now. Directly adjacent tea room. This room is very important to have control of if you're defending tea room. It also has a bomb site in it as well. Moving on to the karaoke balcony. Very risky for a defender to anchor here, but is very useful to have control of. Our final interior section is the black stairs. This connects the upper hallway to the black hallway downstairs. Now we're going to head outside onto the balconies. We're going to start from the bamboo doors to gain access to the north balcony. This is a very popular spot for a few quick runouts from defenders if the attackers haven't pushed into the building yet. It has a window leading into reception. Moving over, we have the toilet window. This is a very common place for a few quick spawn peeks for a helipad. It also has the box deck. If attackers are trying to get into the toilet and a stalemate does occur, this is probably where they'll end up. Moving over to the west balcony now. A lot of attackers will end up here when they're trying to get into the barbecue or kitchen sites. It has a black hallway window. The barbecue window, commonly used when you're at the end of the round trying to get into barbecue. It also has the kitchen wall. When you're defending either of the downstairs sites here, make sure you reinforce this wall, and if you're attacking either site, make sure to try and get this wall open. It'll make your life a lot easier. Moving around to the southwest balcony, has the kitchen window. Very useful for attacking the kitchen. And moving over to the east side, gives you access to the storage room. Moving out to the southeast now, gives you access to storage. Moving up, it has two windows. One will give you access to bathroom. And the other will give you access to the closet or connector. Moving over to the east balcony now. Similar to the west balcony, this will see a lot of action when the objective is on this side downstairs. Gives you access to the bedroom. And also gives you access to the lobby entrance. If we go a little bit north, it also gives you access to the lobby connector through a doorway. And just quickly, this window right here, if you're defending downstairs on this side of the map, as a defender you need to be aware of this window, as if an attacker gains control of this window they can cut off a lot of rotation back to site. So now we're going to head outside onto the second floor balconies. We're going to start in the VIP area. Very similar to the first floor balconies, the second floor balconies give the attackers a lot of options to attack the sites. This area right here is very high traffic when the objective is in hologram or exhibition. Just a quick note about the balconies, you can rappel up most if not all of the balconies. This window right here will give you access to the hologram room and the exhibition. Moving around the corner to the hologram wall now. If you can get this open as an attacker, your job of attacking a hologram becomes 10 times easier. Moving over to the terrace entrance now. A lot of defenders will try and do some runouts from here if a lot of pressure is being applied to the hologram wall or window. Moving over to the southwest balcony now. If you're attacking Geisha, make sure you keep an eye on this window as a lot of defenders will try and do some quick runouts here. As an attacker, if you're trying to get into Geisha and you can get this wall open, that'll make your life 10 times easier. Although the more common way to try and gain control of Geisha is from this window right here. Moving over to the karaoke window. A lot of attackers will end up here as you can usually open up most of the walls, cutting off a lot of rotation for the defenders. Moving over to the north doorway now. This doorway, along with the T-room window, are very high traffic areas for when the attackers are trying to get into T-room. And finally, we come to the Dragon Terrace. When attackers are trying to get into hologram, this is a very common area for them to gain control of, as it allows them to get into VIP and the terrace. So as a defender, if you want to keep the attackers off the terrace, make sure you keep control of terrace. Likewise, if you're an attacker and you want to gain control of here, make sure you get control of the terrace first. And just quickly, this window is a very important window for the attackers to hold. This is a very strong window for the attackers to hold, as it gives them a great view into the lounge and the exhibition. Moving on to bomb sites now. Skyscraper has 4 bomb sites. The first one being Tea Room and Karaoke. The second one being Hologram and Exhibition. The third pair is in Barbecue and Kitchen. And the final pair is in the bedroom and the bathroom. So Skyscraper has 4 secure sites and they're very similar to the bomb sites. The first one is in Tea Room. The second being in Hologram. The third one's in Barbecue. And the final one's in the bedroom. Last but not least is hostages. These are very similar to the secure sites, but a little bit different. The first one's in Geisha. The second Fuze target is in the hologram room. The third bullet bag's in the kitchen. And the final hostage is in the bedroom. And last but certainly not least, we're going to go over common spawn peaks and runouts. First I'm going to show you what they look like, and then afterwards I'll show you how to counter them. First up is the helipad runout. The defender will run out from the north door of the hallway and get an angle on unsuspecting attackers running up from the helipad. Next up is the tower runout. Similar to the helipad runout, but instead of peeking helipad, they'll peek the tower spawn. Note that they can also peek the balcony, like so. They can also do this from the tea room window. Next up is the helipad peek from the toilet window. When done correctly, this can easily result in multiple attackers being eliminated early in the round. Probably the most common spawn peek you'll see on Skyscraper is from the lobby door down into the tower spawn. Next up is the helipad runout from Geisha. Similar to the other runout, but instead of peeking the middle pathway, we're peeking the right one. So how do you counter that tower peek from the lobby door? Well, the first way is just to avoid it, by running either to the left or around to the right. But if you do want a challenge, there's a very easy way that you can kill the defender. So get right up against this wooden pillar until the doorway on your right is no longer visible. Then peek out and look right in between those two bolts there. And then you can slowly peek out and you'll see that your crosshair will be directly where the defender's head would be. Practice it enough times and you don't have to do it slowly. And you'll easily take out that spawn peeking defender. So how do you stop those runouts and peeks from tea room and hallway? Like I said in the spawn section of the video, run up the tower and slowly peek around the corner until you can see the doorway and the window. You can also do this from the other side. It will give you the window first instead of the door. So when you run up the middle from the helipad, you can see the bathroom window and you'll see where the defender's head would be as they peek you. Now they're going to try and get you as you run up and take out this camera, so how do you avoid that? Well, the simple way is to just run around to the right or run around to the left. And from the left you can actually get an angle on that defender as well. How do you counter the helipad runout from Geisha? Well, the easiest way is to just stay here until the defender either gets marked or nothing happens. Wait about 5 seconds, then you can push up and attack the building. So for the rest of the video I'm just going to show you some balcony runouts. As they always happen on Skyscraper, they happen almost every round. You need to be aware of these, otherwise you're going to get caught off guard and killed instantly. So that'll about do it for this video. Did you like this format? Let me know. Did I talk too much? Did I not talk enough? If I sound a bit nervous, it's because it's the first time I've ever done anything like this. So let me know if I missed anything, if there's any other information you'd like me to include in other videos. Did I stay on one topic too long? Would you like more explanation in the rooms? Would you like more callouts? Would you like less callouts? Just let me know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to take them in consideration for the next map. And with that said, make sure you let me know which map you want to see next. I'll have a poll in the video right about now. Go vote or let me know in the comments down below. And with that said, that'll about do it for this video, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.